Hi, welcome back. I just moved my tomato plants because they're in the shade where they are. And unfortunately, I disturbed a black ant colony. And I'm looking for the queen, but I can't see the queen. She's scuttled off, I guess, or they've lifted her off. But I was a bit upset about it because I'm like that. But it does give us an opportunity to watch how industrious these ants are and how great they are at reacting to a disturbance like this. So I'm going to set the camera up and give you a bit of time lapse just to show you just how quickly they relocate these eggs, because here's all the egg chambers here. Amazing how they've made the use of the decking like this. They haven't even needed to dig really, they've just used it as it is. But let's see how quickly they remove it. So there you go. That was really quick, like quarter of an hour, and they cleared up all those eggs. Not only those, because it went right the way along there under 2 big bags of tomatoes and peppers. So there must have been a couple of thousand eggs there, and they did it really quick. I found it fascinating how in these little divots where the nails for the decking go, there was a couple wedged in there if you watch the video, and they were going around them, but they just didn't give up until they found them. And I think they must be able to smell that they were there, or the egg was there, because they wouldn't give up. So maybe it's a pheromone or something. But how amazing are they for this? I think the little bundle that's left, I think a couple have found it, but it's isolated, like the gaps are quite big. But they're slowly doing it, but that's the last bit that's left. So hope you enjoyed that. I've got a letter here, which I always know what it is when it says please do not bend, which I thought I'd open with you. I'll just sit down for a sec, I'll put it on my knee. This is the proceeds, I believe, of the PayPal Me thing I've been doing. So I'll just open this, because if you do, they call it a tip jar, don't they? But if you do donate and sponsor me for one, that's probably the best way of describing it, sponsorship. All the money goes to saving rainforests, or for a project that directly either helps the channel make videos or local wildlife here. Like for instance, if I need a new pack of drills, occasionally I will do that, because I burn out so many drills. I must have gone through 300 drill bits, which obviously is a lot of money, but most of the money, and indeed all of the PayPal Me stuff, has gone into saving rainforests. So this is the World Land Trust here. There's Chris Packham, who's one of the patrons, as is David Attenborough as well. They normally do this. They give you a little, I just put that, they give you a little pack which tells you about the World Land Trust and what they get up to. There's Sir David Attenborough there, my hero. And then inside there is the certificate. So there you go. This is basically the result of 3 sponsors. That's Mark Godsif, Marcel in the Vandenberg in the Netherlands, he knows who he is, and Adrian Kiddle. I want to thank you so much because you have saved 1/2 acre of rainforest, and that is a lot. If you think an acre is 143,000 square feet, so 1/2 acre's 71,500 square feet of rainforest. So it just shows you, and if you want to pause the video, you can read here about all the different all the different action funds. I normally do either buy an acre, plant a tree, I do quite a lot of, and the action fund, which is really good. It's when there's been rainforest that's been decimated and they can restore it. The buy an acre is protecting what's there, or they also create corridors of rainforest. They're a fantastic organisation, a lot in Indonesia, South America, and India, all over the place. They are wonderful organisations. So thank you, Mark, Marcel and Adrian, for that. You should be proud of what you've done, and if you're watching and you want to help out, then www.paypal.me/wildaboutnature or / one of the two, but one of the two will get you there, and it all goes to a fantastic cause, and that will go on the wall with the rest. I think we're up to, I mean, with the PayPal Me thing, this is the first one, but I've been doing sponsored events, and just I always offset my own emissions with flying and driving and living, so I normally do kind of £50 a month of my own emissions offsetting, but I think I'm up to about 40 acres now. So thank you for supporting me, because this isn't a channel where I make money. I wish I did. I wish this was my job, but this is a channel where all the proceeds go to doing something which is not only saving wildlife and nature, but you as well. Without the rainforest and nature, we're gone, and it's not looking too good at the moment with the heat waves and the signs we're having and the loss of butterflies and things like that. So keep those donations coming. I really appreciate it, and if you do, know that you've done some good. I've got a couple of other videos I've got ready to go. I just need to edit, but there's a quick catch up of the habitats, which are crazy, aren't they? Loads of ruby tails, my favourite there, on the N, on the T, just dotting around there, and down here really buzzing again. Got to be 1,000 on here tonight. We're really doing well. Leaf cutters started finishing off their chambers up the top there, making a habitat. I've got whole videos about this. Full sunlight's great. Make sure you've got a large overhang, because they like to warm up in the morning when if you imagine the sun is low to the east, so they can warm up, but when the sun's directly overhead, they get the shade from the roof, and then in the evening, when they don't mind, because the habitat's warming up for the evening and the night to get them through the night, again they don't mind it so much, but you need a large overhang for the direct sunlight overhead. So that's probably the best tip of anything I could give. Again, this 15-minute habitat here, it's got 2 leaf cutters that are finished off. Fantastic. So the leaf cutters are doing really well, but nothing compares to the Campanularum. Look at them, they're just amazing. What a successful species, and they're really liking the Ceanothus here. Coreopsis. Thank you. Really liking this plant. There's none there now, obviously. Penstemmon's really good for bumblebees. Leotris here, really good. And that's Verbena, sorry. Leotris is over the back, hasn't flowered yet. And the Eryngiums are coming out, which is really good. And you saw those last year on I did a video of all the flying insects in my garden in an hour, I think it was. I'll put a link to it on the end of this video, but I really like that video, and it's one of my favourites. And over here, the east-facing habitats are doing really well as well with leaf cutters, although obviously there's none showing up for the video, because why would they? But you can see here they've finished off one of the chambers. Normally 5 or 6 is an average number depending on the depth of the chamber. Oh, there's a new one over there today as well. Over in that corner one, there's a finished, I don't know if you can see that, there's a finished leaf cut in there too. So again, leaf cutters are doing really well. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that, and please remember paypal.me/wildaboutnature. Follow the link at the beginning. I'm useless with URLs, what do I know, I'm into nature, that's more important for me. But I really appreciate the support. Cheers, bye. So thank you James Green up in Bedfordshire for buying this habitat. Some of the money's gone to rainforest, and this one too, Mark Emerson, a friend of mine. Thank you, you supported me, and that money will be going off this month with James's, as will Marcel's here from the Netherlands. That'll be this month's donation too. And this is one of my own one. I do occasionally get around to making one for myself. Thanks for watching guys, cheers.